So after news came out of the WBA ordering Rolly Romero to fight his mandatory next, Ryan still posted a flyer of him versus Rolly, as you guys see above. Now what's interesting, when Ryan was Devin Haney WBC mandatory, he turned down that fight by saying, belts don't matter. But then when Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez, all of a sudden, belts mattered again because Ryan was desperately calling out Kambosos. But he ended up turning down the Kambosos fight as well because he wasn't willing to fight Kambosos in Australia. However, when Devin Haney did what Ryan wasn't willing to do by unifying with Kambosos in Australia, and he fought him twice, not just once, that's when Ryan came back again and said, belts don't matter. Well, ironically today, belts mattered again. As soon as Rolly won a belt, a vacant belt, against a 40 years old man in a fight where he was losing and had to be saved by the referee. All of a sudden, belts mattered again. And not undisputed. We talking about a single belt, a vacant belt. Now, if Ryan want to show the world that he's consistent with what he's been saying, then fight Rolly without the belt being on the line. If belts don't matter, since Rolly has to fight his mandatory, they could get rid of this obstacle easily. Rolly could easily skip that by vacating his belt and fight Ryan without the belt being on the line. That's if truly belts don't matter to Ryan. But we all know he's not going to do that. The only way Ryan is going to fight Rolly at the moment in time is for that WBA title, where he most likely going to end up paying Ryan mandatory some huge step-aside money in order to make the fight come to fruition. That's if the mandatory accepts the step-aside money to begin with. But remember, all of these obstacles are in the way because of the title. Without the WBA title, the fight could easily get made. Ryan wouldn't have to pay no step-aside money. We wouldn't have no mandatory issues, so on and so forth. Therefore, the conclusion to all of this is that belts do matter. They only didn't matter because Devin Haney holds the titles. They matter in every division but the lightweight division, since Devin Haney is the A-class boogeyman. You guys could say whatever you want to say, but the fact is, no mandatory of Devin Haney activated his mandatory position for a reason. We all know what time it is. This is why when Canelo Alvarez was the face of boxing before Gervonta Davis took over, he never said belts don't matter. Matter of fact, Canelo said belts are the only thing that matters. That's his goal, that's his dream, so on and so forth. Despite old media calling him the face of the sport, despite him not needing the belts, right? But when you look at it today, the belts are the only thing that's keeping Canelo Alvarez relevant, as his buzz is quickly dying. You never heard Jermell Charlo say belts don't matter. You never heard Errol Spence and Crawford say belts don't matter, which goes back to Devin Haney's point. The only people that say belts don't matter are the ones that don't have any belts. And the only ones that don't want any belts are the ones that don't want any smoke, with the smoke himself, Devin Haney. And it ain't just Devin, it's also pretty much every other fighter on the coincidental list. We see how Virgil Ortiz turned down his title shot against Crawford 2 times already. We see how Munguia turned down his title shot against Andrade and Jermall Charlo. We saw how Teofimo Lopez, Jose Ramirez, and Barboza all turned down a fight with Regis. This is a consistent pattern of not wanting the smoke because they're going to get beat by the fighters on the coincidental list. This is not a coincidence. So when you hear people say, or fighters say, belts don't matter, championship titles don't matter, these are code words for ducking. That's nothing but duck talk. That's why you never hear any other fighters or any other players in any other sport say championship titles don't matter. Again, that's duck talk. But listen, there's nothing wrong with the 2 fighters that got knocked out by Gervonta to fight each other, especially when they are both delusional. Rolly and Ryan both said Gervonta don't hit like that, even though they have a common denominator, which is they both got knocked out by Gervonta. So actually, I like this fight. However, it's better they fight without a title. Since Ryan is coming off a knockout loss to Tank, on the other hand, Rolly got knocked out by Tank, then fought a 40-year-old man for a vacant world title where he had to be saved by the referee in order to win the fight. Therefore, it's better for the sport of boxing they do not fight for a championship title due to the fact that they are not championship quality, at least not yet. They have to fight a real champion in order to prove that by beating him, not getting knocked out and things of that sort. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What about Devin? Devin has all the belts.
No, but it doesn't matter, man. You guys put so much emphasis on these bouts, man. Let them go. They don't mean shit. Bouts don't mean shit nowadays. All that matters is about so if I beat Devin, they're gonna say go fight Tank. But if I beat Tank, they can't say shit.
Well, they're still tight. I mean, do you care?
Man.
I understand your position about the belts.
So I wouldn't be proud to say I'm undisputed if I beat Kambosos. I'm not gonna be proud of that. These belts have no substance. It's like wearing a chain, but it's not heavy. It's not real. These belts have no substance. None of that means anything. All that matters is you beat the guy who's the man and who everybody thinks you can't beat, and then you make a bunch of money. The money lasts. The bouts don't mean nothing.
So Hall of Fame doesn't mean anything
over
Hall
the
of
people.
It's about fighting the guys. But we believe Devin Haney is one of those guys. He's your nemesis from the amateurs.
I'm gonna beat his ass. Don't get that wrong.
A few moments ago.
I kind of want to get the titles, either Kambosos or Lomachenko. Whoever got the bouts, to be honest, I'm just expressing what I would want.
I mean, I would love that opportunity to fight.
I hope you get it. How about this?
Hopefully he wants it.
Well, talk to him.
Come on. He fought a vacant title with Matthew Haskins. That's just the truth. And I'm here, I just have a lot of good people in my division. I can't pick a Matthew Haddon and become a champion. I have to fight great fighters. It is what it is.
Toughest challenge would be, I think, against Devin Haney.
A few moments later.
I could even go around and beat up Kambosos if I want. Stop Kambosos.
But I just feel that you and Devin is a super fight. It sells out the Staples Center. You make a fortune. But as I've said in every interview, if you get Tank or you get Pacquiao, I can't argue. If you don't, I think you should consider Devin Haney, personally, because I think it's a massive fight for massive money. And if you believe you can win, yeah, but then you should take the fight. If you don't get those other fights. But I respect you for chasing.
But if I do get it?
Oh, I respect you. And I say 100% that was the right move for you. But if you don't, I would like you to consider Devin Haney.
Okay, I will.
I got Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney. I mean, you see with Nakatani, Lopez had a little bit of trouble with that right hand over the top. I think Devin's even a little bit more craftier, obviously more craftier than Nakatani. I think Devin beats Teofimo. I think Teofimo has a great fight with Tank, but I still feel Tank beats him. I feel Devin beats Tank, and I beat Tank. I beat everybody.
Toughest challenge would be, I think, against Devin Haney.
On all the top lightweights, he makes the less money. You have the most followers, the most everything, but you make the less money. How does that make sense? How are you the money guy? He doesn't have a belt, and he makes the less money. They want to fight you. People want to fight him. With no disrespect, I like Ryan. Me and Ryan, we got a lot of history together, and I like him. But they want to fight you because they feel like you have followers and you are the weakest link. That's what they feel. I'm not saying that it's true. We don't know who the weakest link is. We got to see. Everybody has to fight each other. But in reality, let's be real. Like, everybody needs to stop sugarcoating it, and let's be real. People want to fight him because they feel like he's the weakest link. Everybody wants to fight him because they feel like he has followers and he's the easiest fight. Let's be real. It's like a hidden secret, but nobody's trying to say it. It's the truth. That is the truth. That is why everybody wants to fight him.